Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. You're here with John's Gold and Silver. Hey, Jesus is back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. We got to keep pumping out the videos. That's what sucks as a YouTuber. You got to really freaking go at it, you know. Clav, he streams. I heard he streams for up to 10 hours a day. So I got to really try to up it, get up to clavicular's level. I should be working harder than him. Okay, my goal is to be bigger than him, so I got to work harder than him. So that's what we're doing. We're growing the channel, and today we're answering questions on bodybuilding, all right? Get rich or die trying. I just made a new thumbnail. It's kind of cool. Like the new look. Yeah, thank you. I like it too. It's kind of weird. But I think I can clean up this a little bit. That's how I can become a top G. Clean it up, look a little bit better. So I'm going to be working on improving my look by spring. Trying to become a top frame mogger. So doing what I can. All right. So hopefully we'll get a few more viewers in this live stream than the last one, which we didn't hardly have any. But we're up to 5,221 subscribers, so we're growing. The channel is growing a lot slower than I would like. That's for sure. I would like to be getting at least 35 subscribers per day, and we only get that when like gold's popping off and everyone wants to watch my gold videos. But days like today, gold's kind of down, crypto's down. Nobody wants to watch my videos today. So we gotta keep on going. We gotta struggle. I'm making some food right now. Very happy about that. Got a Obstagoon. Very cool card. And I got a Skeledridge. I think they're worth about 50 cents a piece, okay? I'm going to start trying to sell some of these on Facebook Marketplace, which coincidentally is where you should also sell your gold. If you want to sell gold, you got to put it on Facebook. That's how you get the top dollar, the top price. You don't want to put it on eBay because then you're going to have to pay eBay fee. And you don't want to go to a coin dealer because most of them are going to try to make as much money as they can. If you want to sell gold, what you want to do is you want to try to find the end buyer. So the end buyers are on Facebook Marketplace. They're on YouTube. Or no, they're not on YouTube. They're on Craigslist. That's where the end buyers are. Hi. Best buddy start panting like a dog. Wow. Okay. I don't know what this guy's talking about, but yeah. Start panting like a dog. Okay. We get a lot of weirdos on here, okay? Making some good food today. American History X. Ooh, that's a good movie. That's one of the classics. You know what I'd really like to do today, guys? I'd like to go to the res, pick up a joint that's rolled in hash oil and keef. Come back, smoke it up, and watch American History X. I might do that. I might just do that. But first, we gotta go live. We gotta make some money, guys. We got 19 viewers. That's really good. We're not gonna monetize the stream So I have a feeling that if we don't monetize, we can start to get more viewers. So I will not be monetizing the stream. And we'll see what happens. We're already up to 19 people in here. What we got to do is we got to try to get 40 to 50 people. That's how the channel grows. When we can get 40 or 50 viewers consistently, then you know we're going to be getting between 10 and 35 subscribers per stream. But we got to start getting some better streams. And that's on me. That's not on you guys. That's on me. I got to get better at what I do, you know. But the thing is, like, I'm doing as good as I can. Like, what can I do to become better? Keep on trying, keep on hustling. Big money hustlers. So, yes, I will be answering questions about wealth building and whatnot. All right, guys? So, monetize, hi, I'll sub. Thanks. We got a new subscriber, guys. Let's go. Monetize, please. I don't think it helps if we monetize it. It really doesn't help. I invited my 2 friends from Discord. Okay, great. We got 20 people now. So I hope your friends have a lot of questions about bodybuilding. Let's hope that they have, or, you know, honestly, let's be honest, guys, okay? I'll be honest. There's so many people out there that talk about bodybuilding. I'm nothing special, okay? I know I'm not that big. But I do want to become a fitness influencer, okay? But seriously, if you have any questions, you know, ask them. And I am really good with the financial stuff. I've been reading a lot of books on personal finance. I've been studying how to make money, how to get rich, how to analyze stocks. So I spent years trying to figure out what are the best stocks to get. And now I got them. And now we have to wait. How to get rich? You have to get a good idea in your head. You got to follow through on that idea. And then you wait for it to become, for it to materialize, okay? So you got to get a good stock, then you got to buy it, and then you wait. Getting rich is only 3 steps. That's how easy it is. What's a good stock? WTI. So that's 1. You buy it, and then you wait, and then you get rich. You could, like I say, you can mess up any step of the process. Where most people fail is they get an idea, but they never buy the stock. That's where people fail. People fail before they even begin. All right? Wolverine, that's exactly how you get rich. Wolverine, bro, if you knew how to get rich, you wouldn't live in a shoebox. Hey, my music, you don't need to defend me. You can, for sure, yeah, if you want to. But I don't need it. These guys can think that I am not knowledgeable. They can think whatever they want, and they can stay poor. Okay? If they don't want to be a part of this, they don't have to be a part of it. They can go on thinking that I'm just some kind of noob that lives in a trailer, you know. In all reality, I used to live in the basement. Now I got my own place. I got my own car paid for in cash. I paid for my chain in cash too, guys. I didn't get a loan on this. Cash money, all right? I paid $2,900 out of pocket. I said, here's $2,900. Boom. I couldn't wait to give that money up. I was so happy when I got this chain. So happy indeed. I love it. Bruh, how much gold is left in the ground? Ooh, a lot, but it's getting more and more expensive to mine it. So there's a lot of gold in the ground, but it's harder to get to. And it's all spoken for, you know. Any gold that they dig up is going to be bought by Russia, China, India, the United States, central banks around the world. So it's all bought up. The gold's all spoken for already. It's all spoken for. So, and they can't get it out of the ground fast enough. Okay? So yeah, there's a lot in there. I hope there is, you know. Bro, how much gold left in the ground? Scared money don't make money. That's what my buddy Derek said. My buddy taught me that. Scared money don't make money. Exactly, William Capone. On this channel, we try to be the last thing from scared. We try to set the standard on here. We try to be the first ones to invest, not the last. The last ones to invest are the ones that are going to lose big money. You got to get in early, you got to get in fast, and you got to get in big. It's all about getting in early and getting a good position, okay? And if you're scared, you're not going to get a good position. You're going to, oh, I'm scared, I'll put in $100. You're never going to get rich. The more scared you are, the more you should put in. That's how you get rich, okay? Yeah. If you feel afraid, just invest anyways. See the opportunity before everyone else does. Yes. A good way to get exposure to gold mining is gold mining ETFs. Yeah, we got the GDXJ for the juniors. That's the one I like, the GDXJ. Peter Schiff has his own gold mining ETF. There's the GDX. There's all kinds of... I like to buy individual stocks. I analyze the best stocks, and that's how I make my money. And if you take a look at a lot of these individual stocks, they're doing way better than the ETFs. So they're doing way better than the indexes. So I don't believe in buying gold ETFs, even though my music does. I believe in buying individual stocks. But if you buy the ETFs, you can make a lot of money. That's just not my preference, okay? But, well honestly, I do buy the silver ETF. So, yeah, you know, ETFs are good, but I like to go with the leverage. I don't like to get SIL. I like to get AGQ. So, see the opportunity before everyone else does. Place your bet. Let it ride. Yes. People can't let it ride because they're afraid that they're going to lose money. They think, oh, maybe I should take my money out. And they start asking their friends, should I take it out? You know, like your friend really knows. You ask your dad, like he really knows. Or ask your mom. Or ask... No one knows but you. You are the best one that is going to, you know, transform your future. It's got to be you. You can't be getting advice from family, friends, because family and friends, they want you to stay poor. That's true. It's human nature. Didn't you ever feel that way when you saw someone won the lottery? You became jealous and you wish that was you? It's human nature for you to want other people to stay poor. It really is. And what I say is that you have to fight that nature. Fight that negative part of your biology, whatever, your gene code, whatever it is. And realize that when you are unjustly jealous or hating on someone, you got to recognize your own flaws. And you're probably not going to become rich in the markets until you learn what your flaws are and you know how to deal with them. Understanding your emotions is key as a stock trader. And I had problems with that for a long time, and that's why I would sell too early or this or that. You know, I would not take a big enough position. You know, yeah, if you have time and mind to follow individual stocks, then go for it. What are the best individual stocks? Right now, I'm looking at WTI, Petro Brazil, Silvercorp Metals, AAGFF. I'm looking at Outcrop Silver and Gold. BIGFF is, I think, the one that I just bought. Why don't we check out a couple stocks today, guys, okay? A couple of penny ones. I'm really liking AAGC, All American Gold Corp, AAGC. That's going for 0008, so 0008 cents. Okay, so I've got over 1 million shares. Okay, take a look at AAGFF, Aftermath Silver, AAGFF. Take a look at AUIAF. That is Oriana Resources. What's another good one? Here's a good one I like. Mountain Province Diamonds, MPVDF. One of my favorite ones is SSRSF, Silver Sands Resources. I own that in multiple accounts. I don't even know how many I have, but it's a lot. I got probably well over $1,000 worth of that one. Well over a G. Because you got to take big positions, guys. You can't be scared. Scared money don't make money. Patience to hold when the market will crash through economic ecosystem cycles. No, I don't believe in holding when the market crashes. I believe in exiting. I believe in timing the market and, for a large part, exiting your positions before a crash. Okay? I don't believe in holding forever. No, not at all. I believe in selling into massive enthusiasm about stocks, massive bullish news. I believe we should sell into the bullishness. But I don't think the bullishness has even started. I think it's going to get way bigger. Please like and subscribe, guys. Greatest retail investor of our generation. Just got, bro, are you an investor or coin guy? I'm both. I invest in coins like silver. This is a silver quarter. 1964. This is worth good money now. It used to be worth 25 cents. Now it's worth like $14. It's probably worth like 24, 25 times face. I don't even know what it's worth because it went up so fast. I forget what it's worth. How does the Federal Reserve's monetary tightening cycle, specifically through increases in the Federal Reserve rates and quantitative tightening, impact equity market valuations, corporate bonds? Well, the way you asked that question, I really feel like you already know the answer. If you're smart enough to ask a question in that specific way that is seemingly intelligent, then I do believe you know the answer. And I think you are trying to challenge me. So, Juju, we're in an easing cycle, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yes, we are in an easing cycle. They want us to believe that they might tighten, though. That's so we don't get positioned in a certain direction. They don't want everyone to go bullish yet. They want to turn retail bullish when the markets are higher. So right now they want everyone bearish. But when the markets go higher, that's when they want you to turn bullish, okay? So right now they're all talking about the AI bubble bursting, and they're even making it look real. It looked like the AI bubble is bursting a little bit. They're making it even look good. But we're still in a full-on bull market right now. Full-on bull market. You can't really disagree with that. Gold is just going up. The stock market's been going crazy. You have any BlackRock shares? No. I don't hold BlackRock. I don't believe in owning BlackRock. I think that's better places to be that you can multiply your money more. You have any, so not challenging. Sorry, I just want to get other perspectives. Oh, okay. So how does the Federal Reserve's monetary tightening cycle, increases in the federal funds rate, well, when they ease, it creates a risk-on environment, so more people are going to go in. So when you believe that rate cuts are coming, that's very, very bullish because it means that they're going to be expanding the monetary supply, expanding this. There's going to be more inflation, okay? So the bulls want more, we want to see more rate cuts. That's my music says quantitative tightening equal higher bond yields. Yes. Stocks go down. Yes. Gold goes up as a smart money moves into the bond markets. Yes, sir. What would you invest in only if you had 200 bucks? If I only had 200 bucks, I'd probably throw it into ICP crypto because that's only $2 right now. It's like $2.25. So I think ICP is the way to go. You know, if you only have 200 bucks, you have to figure out what gives you the best risk to reward ratio. And if you only have 200 bucks, what the hell are you doing? You poor bastard, you know? You should be able to invest more than that. Sorry, I got to tell you the truth. You got to be able to get more than 200 bucks. Silver's good, yeah. ICP did pretty good in 2022, yeah. But it hasn't been realized. ICP has a lot of potential that has yet to be realized. So I think ICP could go well over 100. Right now it's at $2, so that's a 50x potential. I do believe ICP has a 50x potential, but we got to see Bitcoin go easily well over 160. So, you know, And people cannot visualize Bitcoin going to 160 because right now everyone is bearish. So this is the time to buy. I believe that. It's not financial advice, but I think these are going to be life-changing purchases here on crypto. If you buy ICP, Chainlink, Ronin, VeChain, I think that you're going to make your life change for the better. You're going to become wealthy, all right? But you have to be willing to wait. Most people will sell too soon, just like with silver. Most people are going to get out way too early. But these people they're not connected with my channel. Okay. ICP. No, not that. It's not ICP. You said Bitcoin was a scam. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a scam. Yeah. What about it? Yes, I said Bitcoin is a scam. What about it? You know, we can make money on scams too. Scams go up. Scams can go up more than real stocks, and they can move faster than real stocks. We've seen the real stocks. They're quite boring. They take a long time. But when we watch these scam companies, they moonshot. And I'm saying we got to get in on it too. We got to get in on it. VeChain, what about VTech? Yeah, VTech. I love VTech and Hondas. VTech is designed to give you that extra little bit of power, you know, because it changes the cam profiles, the cam lobe profiles. So it allows the engine just to get more horsepower at higher RPM. Yeah, it changes the cams. But seriously, I need to know what too much is too much. 60-second timeout. No mention of... Guy got a time. This guy earned himself a timeout. Congratulations, buddy. Look at this guy. Menser. That's him right there. That's a dude right there. That's a dude. There's Menser. Yeah, that one dude's funny. It's a chick that's dressed up like a dude, and he talks about finances. But he or she actually knows a lot about silver. But I don't pay any attention to that dude because I'm not into the transvestite things. I'm not into it. I think it's satanic. Satan wants you to believe that you could be a man or a woman. Satan is the great deceiver. All right? Happy Ramadan. No, I'm not into Ramadan, okay? I don't believe in that. No. He looks like woman. Yeah, he looks like woman. You'd probably love to date him too, I bet. You sick. This guy is based. Just subscribed. Based is one of those meme words or something. What does based mean? Is a slang term to describe someone who is confident, authentic, and unbothered by others' opinions. Oh, I am definitely based then, yeah. I'm unbothered by others' opinions. Sometimes I do flip out on people, though. But I am, for the most part, unbothered. Shit, dude, I'm based. That should be my nickname, based. That's a good name for me. You know how we got clavicular, we got androgenic. I could be based. I kind of like it, but I don't know how to get it to blow up, you know. And you guys call me J-Rock sometimes. I don't play music, no. I got a nice stereo system. I'll show you my stereo. Why not? You know? Show you the stereo system. Well, it's kind of hard to see it actually up here. Shit. Yeah, you can't really see it. But it's NAD. But Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. Bye, Josh. He says, goodbye, Josh. Show me your heater too, John. Yeah, bro. Check out the heater. Whoo, that's what I'm talking about. Look how freaking bald I am. Hello. Respect. All right. Let me show you the sound system I got. I really want you guys to see my sound system. Okay, here it is. It's a NAD. It's got the bass. That's the amp. And I got the CD player right there. And then that's the CD player. That's a VCR. And here's my speakers I got. EPOS. So I got a good little sound system. Heater is 1 gram of silver in it. Yeah, there's probably a little bit of silver on the connectors. A little bit. And I got these speakers right here. These are pretty sick. But those aren't hooked up. I got to get those hooked up. So we're not getting a lot of views. So I will just monetize it, at least so I can make a couple cents or whatever. So, all right, let's monetize. Subwoofer. Yeah, I love subwoofers. I'm all about that bass. I like the bass. I have for sale. I have a studio. This guy's got a studio monitors for sale. He's got speakers for sale. Yeah, I don't use those because I live in an apartment and I'll probably wake up the neighbors. So, yeah, I don't really play music in here. I wish I could. That's something that is lacking from my life is music. In my car, I just listen to the radio because it doesn't have a CD player. You got to throw some aftermarket sound in the car. I want to get a sound system, yes, but I want to invest every penny I have too. So, see, I'm trying to get a used woofer and a used amp or something for like $100. Throw it in the car, you know. Legalize. Oh, that guy, yeah. Hey, Muffin Top, you have music and food. You have what makes you happy. But inside, something. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Let's go. Get rich or die trying. Good workout, John. I got legs tonight. Sick. Yeah, I hit my legs up pretty good. Obviously, I wish I had like a squat rack and stuff like that, but I loaded up the backpack. I did what I could. I put like 80 pounds in that backpack. I put all my weights in there and my bag of pennies. So I'm going to get some growth. I'll get some growth out of that workout. I have no doubt. No doubt whatsoever. That I will be building some leg muscles. So good luck on your workout today. I love training the legs because you really feel it in your entire body. I like McDonald's stock. I guess I do too. I'm not buying it, but it's doing good. Which do you like more, bars or coins? I like kilo bars. Those are my favorites. Kilogram bars, 32.15 ounces, I think, is a kilo. I've got nine of those. I do like rounds too. I got a lot of rounds, and I got 5 ounce and 10-ounce bars, and I've got junk silver, and I've got gold and platinum as well. I got some platinum bars. They're just small, like 1 ounce, 50-gram bars. But I like bars because it's a big chunk in your hand. That's just what I like, okay? Do you think 160 dumbbell 4 reps single-legged deadlift is good? Dumbbell 4 reps on single-legged deadlifts. Yes. I think that's a lot of weight to put on one leg, and you could get injured that way, but if you got to know what you're doing. Yeah, dude. If you don't have a ton of weight, you could just use one leg at a time, and that way you really challenge your muscles. I do step-ups because I don't have access to a squat rack until I start going to the gym. Are we going in Mexico? I've seen a lot of that. The airports are terrible right now. Yeah, there's a lot going on. The cartel is in charge down there. There's a lot of bad stuff happening in Mexico. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't, okay? I haven't researched it really. My buddy just told me about it. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with Mexico. This guy has 100 ounces of silver and 2 10-ounce of gold. I think he's got more gold than silver. I don't know. I think the cartel take us hostages. We are going in. I ain't going to Mexico. I'm never going to Mexico. Just because what's going on. I never wanted to go to Mexico other than to try to buy steroids. But then you have to bring them over the border and you could go to jail. So I have no reason to ever go to Mexico. Because you can't even get roids, or you'll get caught maybe. All right. So I think if the cartel take us hostages, we're going in. Yeah. Yeah. If they take hostages, Trump will do something, I think. Yes. Are you on roids? No, I don't take any roids. I would try I always wanted to do a cycle of test and primo. Like test primo anavar. But I don't know where to get it, so I'm natty. I will remain natty until I figure out a good source, a good roid source. So I got a house in southern Mexico. I think once my channel gets big enough, some influencer will see me and they'll have me they'll fly me over and they'll get me on a good stack or a good cycle. And then I'll maybe work with them or something like that. Eventually, once I get 20, 30,000 subscribers, some other YouTuber will try to connect with me, and they'll hook me up with their supplier. You know, it's only a matter of time, and then I'll start getting bigger, and then we'll blow up. It's just a matter of time. I'll be just like Togi, or just like Clav, or just like John Skywalker. You know, that's the plan. Just to blow up, make money, and then I never want to have to work again. I just want to do like streaming all day, every day. That's my dream. I got a house in southern Mexico. If I fly, I got to go up north. It gets sketchy. He's got a house actually in Mexico. That's crazy. John only cycles light stuff. Gram of Halo and gram of Tren. Yeah, I'm virtually natty. I'm pretty much natty. A couple grams of Tren. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I want to do a cycle. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to transform their body? As long as it's done in a healthy way with doctor supervision, there's nothing wrong with doing a cycle for 3 months or 2.5, 3 months. Even going up to 16 weeks, probably the max you'd want to do, you know. Any longer than that, it's going to shut down your test and it's going to be hard to turn it back on. So, yeah, let's get it, guys. Let's get this money. Shit. Cycles are not healthy. No, but if you do a mild cycle with just a little bit of test, 250 test, not going to hurt you. Not going to hurt you. Prescription D-ball, Winnie, and test. I wish. I don't want to stay away from trend because that's too masculinizing. It'll shut you down instantly. I want to just do light stuff. Yeah, moderate light cycles. But yeah, I got to get connected with someone that knows what they're doing, that has their own supplier. So. Gotta find a good doctor. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, my buddy was on test because he takes minoxidil, and I think that shit destroys your natural test. So the doctor gave him test. And he said that the doctor gave him a lot. And he was building muscle. He was building a lot of muscle. And then he said he wanted to cut back. So the doctor reduced it because he wanted to reduce it. I'm like, well, I better not say what I wanted him to do, but if you get a good doctor, they'll give you, but what they're going to do is just going to be like anything. If you want to get any drug, you're going to have to take what they give you, then you're going to have to come back and you're going to say, you didn't give me enough test. I still don't feel right. And you got to pray that they're going to believe you. It's not what I want to be doing. I don't want to be hoping that the doctor is going to give me enough. That's not in a position you want to be. You want to be in a position where you have a supplier where you can buy as much gear as you want and take as much as you want, or as much as your body requires to get to the size that you want. Okay? You don't want to be in a position where you're begging your doctor, because they're not gonna want to help you a lot of the time. You know, it's sad, but that's the world we live in. It's finasteride. Okay, maybe he's on finasteride. Yeah, my buddy Chris. He's on something, and it said it's hurting his sex drive. Yeah, that's what it was. It was hurting his sex drive. I don't know if minoxidil hurts your sex drive, but I think he's on either minoxidil or finasteride, and it's hurting his sex drive. So that's why they gave him test. Okay. Yeah, it might not lower your test, but it hurts your sex drive or something. Yeah. Yeah. With minoxidil, it can hurt your sex drive. It can weaken erection quality. But it only hurts it sometimes if you've been on it for a couple of years. That's what from the reading that I've done, is that minoxidil will definitely hurt your sex drive over time. And I've decided against taking it. I don't want to take minoxidil. My buddy's on that shit. I got two buddies on that, actually, and then my one other buddy, he's on whatever finasteride or whatever the heck they put him on. And they're like begging me to get on this shit. Like, I don't care if I go bald. I really don't. I know everyone else does, but I don't. Minoxidil. I've heard it hurts your sex drive, but I don't know. But I'm willing to go bald. I don't care. I don't care at all. Bro, it's too late for you. Too late for me? I don't think so, buddy. I got half my life ahead of me. Maybe more if I live to 100. Come on, gold. Let's go. Gold's still at 51.49. I want to really pump a lot higher than that. Silver 87.21. So silver's definitely hanging in there. Silver and gold are both up. You shaved your head. It's so late is what he means. Oh, well, I can still take that stuff. if I wanted finasteride, minoxidil. But yeah, I think finasteride's worse. Minoxidil works because my buddy takes it and his hair is growing back quite well. Yeah. So it definitely works. But to me, there's nothing wrong with that. If I'm willing to take steroids, then why would I, and that's artificial. Why would I not take a supplement to regrow hair, you know? So I'm really not opposed to it if you want to do that. Hmm. 10 people in here. Dude, we are getting destroyed. Destroyed. 314 people have viewed this video. That's it. That's not good. That's not good. Big John, what's up? Hey, there's King Cobra. Just eating. Trying to get into protein to build this muscle. I pumped up the biceps today. I did squats. And I did a little bit of shoulder work. Not too much, though. The heater's good. The heater's, it's on full blast right now. Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. See that? As good as it gets, man. It's a sick heater. Yeah, bro. My heater's sick. That is the best heater I've ever had because it warms up so fast. And it's got 3 levels. I bought one. Thank you for... He bought one of the heaters that I told him about? Really? That's good. That's good, dude. You're going to love it. Yeah. I bought a black one. It didn't work, so I took it back to the store. Then I bought the white one. Works perfect. So I don't know what was wrong with the black one. But it just didn't... It shut off. It would work, but then it just shut itself off. So I'm just going to stick with that one for now. Stick with this one. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you bought one of the heaters that I helped you figure out a good heater to buy. You got it at Walmart too. See that? I'm changing lives here, guys. I'm changing lives. I recommend a product. You guys know it's good. If I buy it and I say it works, then you guys are going to know it's a good product. Dude's racist against heaters. That's the funniest thing I've seen today. I'm not racist against heaters, guys. I just don't want to buy the black one. It did not work. So I don't have any faith in them anymore. I'm always going to stick with the white heaters. Yeah, I had one bad experience. So I got 3 tickets for you to look at all memory. SanDisk. He's got tickers for me to look at. MEU. Bro, I'm all about the commodities. Come on. Micron. I'm not a fan of Micron. It went up big time. Wow. Well, it is a good one to look at. Shit. Bro. Look at this. Look at Micron. Micron Technology. 421 a share. Look at that. Wow. I did not believe that could happen. That's crazy. Can you believe that stock just went like this? It looks like all my silver stocks that are in my portfolio too. It looks just like my silver stocks. Nick Beard, fake chain. No, it's not fake. You're fake, bro. White heaters get the job done. Let's pump up this heater a little bit more. Yeah, buddy. Best heater business, or best freaking heater in the world. It's really hot right now. Like my back feels so good. And it's so how this thing works is it's got 3 tungsten coils that are in these quartz tubes. So you have electricity that runs through the tungsten coil, it heats up, and then it reflects off of the back, and then it just shoots out. And these things are amazing because they heat up quite a large area. Okay, what I figured out is that even if it's sideways, you still feel the heat from it sideways. I can still feel heat. Okay. But if it's pointing right at you, it's gonna get pretty hot. Okay. So if you just put it in the corner of a room, it should make the whole room warm. So I would put it in the corner, or put it like 5 or 6 feet away from you, and should have no problem in the winter. It should keep you very warm. What I do is I turn it on full blast so that when I get out of the shower, I can stand right in front of it. And then it warms me up pretty good. That's what I do. Put it on full blast right in the morning, and then I turn it off when I go to work. When I come home, I put it on, and it heats up like that. It freaking heats up in like 1 minute. That's why these things are so good. They heat up incredibly fast. John, 2 more. Gotta look. Sand. I already know they're skyrocketing, bro. You're going to make me depressed looking at these stocks that skyrocketed without me on board. What do I tell you? They make these stocks go up as far as they can, as fast as they can, with as few people on board. And these are examples that are popping right now. SNDK. SanDisk. SNDK. As always say, when I used to work at Best Buy, I used to sell memory chips from SanDisk. And this one is $638. Jeez. Now these are pumped up. Golly, but who's to say they won't go any higher, you know? Jeez. Golly. WDC stock. Let's check out WDC. WDC. I don't know what that one is. Let's see. Western Digital. Okay. Now he's really trying to make me depressed with this one, I bet. Watch this one. It's probably like 40 bucks and now it's 270. Yeah. It was at $30. Jeez. These things are all, they got to be manipulation, you know? It went up that fast. I wouldn't want to buy these here. But you could. Jeez. That's insane, bro. That's insane. Yeah, I see it the last 6 months. It's insane. $80 a 2. Yeah, that's good money right there. That's good money. That's what I think AGQ is going to do, you know. I think AGQ is going to go from $159 up to $800. So that's AGQ is in a similar spot as where these ones began. So I think AGQ has all the potential that these had. Yeah, I wish I would have bought these earlier, you know, but too bad. You can't go back in time. But we are still realize the time where we're at and realize the opportunities that we do have. Maybe these stocks can still all double again, you know. Memory crunch, no memory until 2027 for NVIDIA. I heard that the price of RAM is skyrocketing. Yeah, DDR5 RAM is skyrocketing. There's a high demand, you know, not enough silicone. I don't know. But yeah, you know more about it than I do. Because I'm just not into the memory chip. No, I'm not into. But it's crazy. That's crazy. UGL. What's UGL? I think you told me the other day. Oh yeah, it's the gold one that you had. Yeah, you told me you're into the gold one. That's at 75 bucks, and it's going up nicely. Shit. Yeah, it's moving up. A lot of people would say it's topped out. But I still think we could go up to 140, 150. I think we can go a lot higher. Probably go to 250, okay? And yeah, that's extreme. But in real life, extreme things happen. Stuff that happens that you never knew could have happened, you know? I like BITX right now. Look at BITX. BITX. This is, yeah, this is down. See, I like stuff that's down. You're telling me about stuff that's up. But look at what's down right now. 2x Bitcoin. Boom. So we're really low. We're back to these levels here. I like it. I like it here. Okay? I really do. I do kind of like it. I think Bitcoin, it might not go that much lower. So I have my eye on the Bitcoin ETF for sure. I've been watching it. I've been liking it. I've been happy every time I see it drop because I'm going to jump in soon. Because I really don't have any Bitcoin, so why not buy the Bitcoin ETF? Just a little bit. I don't like XRP, no. No. Yeah, I like it. But we can watch it and see and maybe start to dollar cost average, you know. But what's bad if they want to make it do a reverse split. I don't trust these ETFs, you know. I really don't trust a lot of ETFs. And the Bitcoin ETF has only been around since 2023. If you look at AGQ, it's been around a lot longer. So who knows what they're going to do with it, if they're going to reverse split. I sold on mine a few months ago looking to get back in, but I got to feel in it, you know. Yeah, oh yeah. It's real hard to tell. It's real hard to tell, guys. How do you know? Well, we do have the fear and greed index is at 11. That's one sign that Bitcoin may be nearing a bottom. Yeah, maybe nearing a bottom. And I don't think they want to hit us with a depression or a recession right now. So I don't think it's time for Bitcoin to go to 8,000 or 10, 20,000. I don't think it's going to go that low. Unless they hit us with a recession. It's also the trading algorithms that help pump everything up. But who knows? Okay. But yeah. Pro Shares Ultra Gold. I like that. There's a credit crisis right now. Yes, but I'm saying that's good for the markets. I'm saying a credit crisis, you know, damage to the economy. I'm saying that that's bullish. Because they're just going to, if we get too much bearish news, they're just going to take us into war and they're going to pump it up anyways, you know. So I think Bitcoin, it only has so much downside. I am bullish. And if you look at what Gerald Celente says, he's bullish on Bitcoin too. That gives me immense confidence because this guy is a real freaking pro. Gerald Celente, he's a real pro. Okay, he's the real deal. Not like Trump, not like Michael Saylor, not like these fakes, okay? Gerald Celente is the real deal, along with Gregory Mannarino. And I'm becoming bullish on Bitcoin. The further Bitcoin goes down, the more bullish I become. All right? Take a look at the fintech stocks. Even high flyers are down 46% this year. SOFI. Let's check out that one. SOFI. $18.66 today. Yeah, it's down. It looks like we could be setting up for another run higher. Up, down, up, down. Could pop up to 45 bucks next. Who knows? My gut feeling would tell me that we're going to go higher, going up to 40, 45. But who knows? I get a gut reaction just from looking at a chart because I've been looking at them for so many years. It's almost like I can tell what's going to happen just from looking at it without even knowing the fundamentals, you know? Over time, you just get good at this stuff. He bought the dip already. I love Sophie. It sold last April, and he got back in. Maybe I should get into it with you guys so I could be part of it, you know. 45 to 50K Bitcoin. I'll be all over it. Yeah, Bitcoin. I was saying earlier today that Bitcoin could hit 42 because that would put us right between where we are now and a previous bottom zone that I deem high quality resistance. And I think that it would be fine if we come back, if we give up. We cut the price in half from where we are now to where that resistance point is. That'd be at 42,000 or 40, you know. But there's no guarantees. You get too many people positioned for the downside, and that's when it goes up, you know. It's only a matter of time before Bitcoin's going to pop back up. It's a scam, but it's a scam that all the insiders are in on, okay? Just like all these freaking scams. They're going to grow and get bigger. Max Fear, always time to buy. Yeah, we got some good people on here now. Whenever you got fear, you got panic in the markets, that's the time to buy. Yeah. So I'm always looking for that. I'm looking at the sentiment more than fundamentals. I look at when people are feeling these emotions of fear, and that's when you buy. You got to understand that the market makers want you to become fearful so that you give up your stock, and then the elites can buy it. And then what happens then? The rich get richer and you get poorer, having just sold your good stock because you were bearish. You know, that's how they keep the poor people poor. They manipulate your emotions. They get you to sell when you should be buying. And they get you to buy at the top when you should be selling. You notice they prey on a lot of these crypto newbies, new people that are getting into crypto. All the new people always buy at the top. That's how they pump it up and they bring in new investors. And you get these newbies, they just buy at crazy, insane prices. And I say, don't do that. And they do it anyways. And then they wonder how they lost so much money. Well, you freaking bought the top. You bought into the bullish enthusiasm. Whenever you see that everyone is getting super bullish, that's when you sell. Great stocks down 70%. Yeah, there's a lot of good companies that are down. Like he's calling them out. Exactly. We got to be on the right side of the trade, the right side of the scam. Okay. The biggest scam that I ever got in on was XRP. I bought it at 50 cents and then I sold it $2.75. But I've been in on some other penny stock scams too. I made money on a lot of like 0001 penny stocks that went up like 50x and more. And all the penny stocks, they're mostly all scams. Bitcoin is a 4-year hold. Yeah, you're probably right. Bitcoin's probably a 4-year hold. But there may be an opportunity for it to go up much, much sooner than that. I'm talking a lot sooner. Okay, I'm talking there's a possibility that Bitcoin's only going to be an 8-month hold. We could hit 160 in 3 months. Crazy things have happened, okay? I think Bitcoin could hit a new record in 3 months. We'll have to wait and see if I'm right, okay? Or just a new one starting. Listen closely. Every poo-poo PP. Wow. Okay, yeah. Whatever, bro. But yeah, we got 15 viewers in here. That's not too bad. 15 people. I'm happy about that. 17. We got 17 people. That's not enough, but it's getting up higher. We got to get her up at least over 20. Let's go. What's your thoughts on the privacy coin Zcash? My thoughts are everyone was telling me that I should buy it at like 600, and I said that's too much. And I said it was going to drop, okay? ZCASH. Zcash price. PRIC. I think I've been dead right about Zcash the whole freaking time. Because all you guys wanted me to buy it, and I was like, no, this is the time to sell. I was like, you are so freaking stupid. You guys have no idea. So you guys wanted me to buy Zcash when it was up here. Everyone was telling me to buy it. And I said, no, it's going to go down. See? It went down. See? I told you. How many times, I told you it was going to go down. I was telling you guys that all these cryptos were too much. I told you guys that the crypto was going to come down. Did I not? I said Shiba Inu was going to go to 505. I said that over a year ago. I told all of you guys that crypto was going to come down. That's why I sold at the end of 2024. So you guys, sometimes you forget who you're dealing with. I've been calling, a lot of my calls on crypto have been very good. And I'm trying to save people. I'm trying to save these dumb new investors that are stupid. I'm trying to save you money. I'm on your side. A lot of these people they're 18, 19, 20 years old, you're just dumb, bro. You're stupid. Because you don't have the experience, and you think, every young person always thinks that they're smarter than they are. They always think that they have the wisdom, they have the knowledge, they're perfect. Young people always think that way. I'm telling you, you're stupid. You got to understand that you're new to this earth. You've not experienced the things that you need to become truly wise. Okay? A lot of you guys, you should lose money. You should be buying this shit at the top when I'm telling you to sell it, so that you actually will learn. All right? I tried to tell you guys that all these cryptos were way overpriced. We would have days just like today where you guys would say, what about Turbo? What about Zcash? I was like, these are all way too expensive. And I said, crypto was going to crash. I called it. I could have saved you guys money. That's right, guys. Nobody calls crypto like I do. And I think crypto is a buy right now. If I was right about Shiba Inu going to 505, if I was right about all these cryptos coming down, how am I wrong now that this is the time to buy? I'm not wrong. This is the time to buy crypto. All right, mark my words on that. But it's also not financial advice. But I don't like Zcash, no. Honestly, yeah, you could buy Zcash here and it may pop back up, sure. But to me, there's way better opportunity. Way better opportunities than Zcash. Where would it bottom out? For Zcash? I don't know the fundamentals of Zcash, no. And honestly, where would it bottom out? 29 bucks, 23 bucks, 32 bucks, 40 bucks. Let's see what it is back here. $33, $36, $62, $35. So we're seeing that it moves kind of like XRP. It goes down to about $35, and then it shoots up to 500, 300, 500. So I would want to see it back at about $35 to $40. So right now we're at 242 on Zcash. So to fully capitulate into a bear market, you would expect to see $35 to $40. That means that you have a lot of money you could lose if you buy this one. And the gains would not be that impressive, okay? At 242, what's the most we can expect? Maybe we go up to 600. So that's only a little bit more than 2x. That's not really impressive. That's not a place that's worth putting your money in. Zcash is pumped up. I'm guessing you heard about it from a YouTuber, that they probably don't have any idea what it really is. They're just pumping it up because they probably get paid by the company. If Zcash paid you money, would you pump it up? If they gave you $20,000, would you pump it up? I bet you would. I bet you'd take that 20,000 bucks. And there would be people that would believe you. Just like you believed the person that told you about it. Okay, it's a scam. $21 likes. But yeah, we got Bitcoin at 63.9. I'm very curious to see what happens with Bitcoin over the next month or two. I think we should bottom out. I think we're in the process of bottoming right now. And I know Michael Saylor is talking about, well, Bitcoin could go to 8,000 and we'll just refinance the debt. They're just scaring people with that number, 8,000. It's not going to go to 8,000. Nah, I don't think it will. There'll be a day when Bitcoin goes to zero, I think, yeah, but that day is not today. That day is not coming yet. What's your thoughts on BMNR? BMNR, I don't know. BMNR, let's see. It's 1944 a share. Bitmine Immersion Technology is probably some kind of crypto mining. It's way down. I somewhat like the chart, but it looks like we still could come down to $5 to $10, and it's at $20 right now. But the market cap is 8.74 billion, so it's a huge company. And they're only making they're not making any money. It's all got to be just a meme stock or a scam, because it looks like they only made 6.1 million, but the company is valued in the billions. Something doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right with this stock. Yeah, it definitely does not seem right. EBITDA is negative 12.9 million. How is the company worth billions if they're losing millions? Probably because the trading algorithms are in support of it. Probably the company is giving money to the market makers and the market makers are probably telling the algorithm to support the stock to make money for the company and in turn the market makers. So it's probably a big scam with this one, but I'm telling you the truth, I don't know. To me, it looks like this is a definite scam because the company would be way overvalued compared to what they're doing. BMNR. Looks like a scam. Looks like a full-blown, complete scam designed to deceive investors. Okay. All the Bitcoin people crying, I'm happy gold is back. Yes, 5,100. Gold's back to 51. Up to John. Hey, Bryson. Yeah, Bitcoin, or what did you say? They're crying. I love to see the Bitcoin investors cry because they still don't think it's a scam. They think it's legit. It's like they think you can't help these people either. They're obsessed with Bitcoin. And they're taught that gold is bad because there's certain individuals that teach that gold is not good. And these people they've been lying to you. Yeah, Bitcoin's been the biggest scam. It's scared people away from gold. You know, these crypto guys are like, oh, gold is no good. It's all about Bitcoin. It's been the biggest scam in history. Bitcoin has been. Keep the muscles going. Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When it all collapses, you just got to pray that you're not the one holding on, you know. That's why it's always good to take your profits. Especially if it's a known scam, it's always good to take your profit off the table, okay? MicroStrategy stock trades with Bitcoin. Wonder what MicroStrategy is doing today. Not that I care. It's like the most ridiculous company ever. You know the algorithms are got to be helping out MicroStrategy. Well, it's down now. Yeah, it's way down now. It's down to 124. And remember, guys, I told you guys that MicroStrategy was too expensive. Just like I told you that freaking all these cryptos were too much. I told you I didn't want to buy any cryptos because they were too much. But now they're very affordable. So I'm the one that told you guys that MicroStrategy was going to come down. You know who else told you? Peter Schiff. He said MicroStrategy was too much and it was going to come down. All right. But now it looks like it's setting up for a buy zone. It looks like we're entering a buy zone. Okay. MicroStrategy 124 right now. 114 looks like right there. Okay. It definitely looks like a buy zone. Okay. You know, I'm becoming very bullish on Bitcoin now. Once again. Got to remember, guys, when you're thinking bearish, it can perpetuate more bearish thinking. At some point, logically, you should switch back to becoming bullish. So you can make the mistake of being perpetually bearish, forever bearish, and not switching back to the bullish. You got to remember, everything goes in cycles, okay? So So you got to get back in on crypto because we're going to get another big upcycle. And Cryptos R Us says that we're going to get a super cycle. This could happen. Super cycle. You bought XRP at 130. That's not the low, bro. That's a temporary short-term low. XRP, $1.30. That's only a temporary low. I think we could go a lot lower. XRP is $1.35 right now. I don't even want it. All right, because I know it's a scam. XRP it's a known scam. Everybody that's an insider within the industry, they all know. And they depend on YouTubers to make you believe that it's not a scam. So they use the YouTubers to give XRP some validity. And they also advertise in Times Square, New York. So big banners that say XRP. That'll give it validity. It's like putting lipstick on a pig. Okay? So XRP is the pig in this case. So let's go. Look at the MicroStrategy stock price at the time of Bitcoin top. And you'll see that MicroStrategy has higher gains than Bitcoin. So you're saying that MicroStrategy is kind of like a leveraged way to buy Bitcoin. Yeah. Okay. Might get some more Doge and Shiba at these levels. I would, bro. I've been buying ICP. I just bought $75 of ICP yesterday, and now I have well over 1,000 coins. So I got well over 1,000 ICP. And I want to try to get up to maybe 3,000 before the bull market starts back up. But we'll see. Gold's going through a super cycle too, I guess. You guess? Yeah, gold is definitely in a super cycle. For sure, 100%. The world is now catching on to the fact that precious metals are the place to be. The dollar is not, okay? So yeah, gold is definitely going into a real super cycle. Bought Palantir at 12 and leveraged BT with... All right, good job. John, read my last comment. Oh, for Bryson? John says he wants to be a mod. Wild and fresh. Wild and fresh. I don't know if I trust this guy. I haven't known Wild and Fresh, but I'll make JDZ a mod. He doesn't even want to be a moderator, probably. Add as a moderator. Yeah. I'll make JDZ a moderator because this guy is the top guy on the channel. He's given some donations to the channel before to help us grow. XRP will be 50% less in October. I only want to buy it if it really dips down below like 75 cents, so I don't really care. Who cares about XRP? XRP is the most talked about crypto other than Bitcoin. It's the most pumped up crypto. So just based on the fact that XRP is the most hyped up, pumped up, that should tell you that it's not worth what it is. You know, it's not worth $1.35. I don't think it is. I think Bitcoin, or I think XRP should be at 0. But that's not the world we live in. We live in a world where everything is manipulated. All right, guys? Yep. Everything is heavily manipulated these days. So we got Bitcoin 64, dead on at 64. XRP $1.34. Solana $78. Chainlink still down in the low 8s, 8.19. Stellar Lumens 14 cents. I'd like that to come down a little bit more. Hedera 9 cents. I'd like it to come down a little bit more. Shiba Inu 505. I'm buying it, but I'd like it to come a little bit more. Sui is 8 cents, 85 cents. And this one, I kind of like it right here. I like Sui right here. It looks good right now. Sui is a good one to buy because they advertise using all of the crypto influencers. So you'll see Cryptos R Us pump up Sui a lot. So whenever you see that the influencers are pumping it up, usually a sign that it'll come back. Even if it's way down, it'll come back. Pepe 5039. I like Pepe here. It's cheaper than Shiba Inu. So that's why I would favor Pepe right now, just because it's so cheap. Ondo is 24 cents. I like Ondo right here at 24 cents. I do. The one I don't like is I forget what it is. There's CASHAPP at 0.02 cents. Remember when everyone was like trying to get me to buy CASHAPP? Everyone wanted me to buy CASHAPP up here. I was like, no, it's going to go down. See, it went down. See? I told you guys. Penny stocks is my thing. And these penny cryptos are the same as penny stocks. I know how they move. I know how the market makers think. I know how they try to manipulate it. They try to manipulate your mind. I know what's going to happen. It's very easy. If you come from the penny stocks like I do, you'll realize that cryptocurrencies and penny stocks, they move exactly the same way. Okay? It's because the people that are controlling them, they think the same way. Which is your favorite gold, platinum, silver, Bitcoin, crypto, or diamond? Silver. People make money with Bernie Madoff for years, and he was a scam. Yeah, just don't get caught holding the bag. Exactly. Diamond at the bottom of the list. Right. I do have a diamond stock. It's called the MPVD or whatever. What stock is it? MPVDF, probably. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's Mountain Province Diamonds. So I do have a diamond stock. I'll show you. It's right here. I hold this one right here. It's at 6 cents right here. So I think we could get a big bounce up to possibly up here, $4.60. So we're about 6 cents. I think we could go back up to here. We could easily pump back up to these levels. So I think we're going to go back up. So I bought that one, and now we wait. That's how you get rich. You have to buy it, and then you wait. So that one could give me close to probably a 50x, 50. That one's going to be, when that time comes, that'll probably be my house. But remember, these penny stocks are high risk. So you could lose everything, okay? So I could lose $1,000, or I could make 100,000, you know? That's the kind of odds that I like. So that's why I like to go for these penny stocks, because I've seen them when they look just like this. They look like they're dead. And then the insiders, they step in and they say, let's pump it up. This is perfect. I think that the insiders are buying it here, and they're ready to pump it. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention if you read my last comment. Sorry, Bryson. Did silver actually go up? Yeah, silver is way up right now. I'm really considering being a sperm donor. Wow, bro. I would say go for it, you know. Hell yeah, bro. If you're a sperm donor, then that means you're going to have kids. That's a win. So I'm a big believer in winning. Winning any way you can win. And shit, bro. Have kids any way you can. Even if it's donating sperm, you're still spreading your DNA. So I really do believe in that, donating sperm. But even though it's your kid, you're never going to get to see it. I mean, but still, spreading your DNA, that's a positive. Definitely, if you know you're an alpha male, the more DNA you spread, the better off the world's going to be. Well, I want to spread my DNA because I'm an alpha male. Got to become alpha. We got 20 viewers in here now. We're growing. We're growing. This is good. 20 people watching. So now is your chance to ask questions, comments, concerns. Okay. Oh, we're down to 17 now. That sucks. Are you streaming tomorrow? Yes. I shouldn't be. I should be working on my personal training course, and I should be working on writing my book. But I want to grow the YouTube channel, so I'm going to keep on streaming. But yeah, I definitely should be working on my book right now. But I will try to do that later. I think I'm off after today. I still have like 2 more days where I'm off. I don't have to go back to work until Friday. So I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be growing the channel. Fart for me. Wow. What time? What time am I going to stream tomorrow? Probably try to do it at 2. I think from like 2 to 6 you get a lot more activity. So I try to stream when people are on. I think most of my viewers are on at about 4, 5, 6 o'clock though. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's always hard to know. Like, it's tough. YouTube is tough. I've gone online at all different times and we still don't do good, you know. Shout out to Ethan because he got this for me. That's my buddy. He found it and then he gave it to me. I couldn't hear it. Get out of here, bro. So, shit, dude. I didn't even know I had this card. I have 2 Alakazams. So you gotta be very careful when you're handling them. I like to hold them by the sides like this. And then just slip them in and push it like so. Just real carefully. So yeah, I have 2 Alakazams. Good card. And then I got a Venusaur. Venusaur is one of the top cards from the original set. But so is Alakazam, you know. This card's bending. I don't really like that. I don't care for the bending, you know. Here's this Sneasel that I got. Pretty sick card there. Skeledridge. Sick card there. So right now I'm just separating all the rares, and then maybe I can sell some of them. Separating out the rares. That's a rare, but that's not really a good rare. What's your best Pokemon card? I'll show you in a second, all right? I'll show you in a second. Let me just go through these ones right here. There's a Ninetales. Ninetales. These new cards don't hit like the old ones did, you know? They're not as cool as the old ones. That's a rare. That's a rare. That's a rare. Do you collect any sports cards? Somewhat. I used to like to collect sports cards, but not anymore. But yeah, these ones are some rares right there. Again, I'm just trying to separate all of the really, really good high-end ones. Rare, 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 rare. Those ones are all rares. Do you collect Rey Mysterio on 33 years old? Wow, bro. Or Orthworm. Rare. Ooh. I'll show you that card in a second. That's a cool one. Do you collect any... Do you collect Pokemon? Yes, I do. It's just Slowking. Slowking. It's a hollow. So here's some of my rare hollows that I have right now. Ooh, shit. This one's a hollow too, Earthworm. Orthworm. I like that one. Cool card. Very cool. But if you want to see my... here's a nice card, Lugia. That's a beautiful card. I like that one. But right now, this is my best card, the Clefairy. It's a 9. Okay? But I'm bidding on a few other cards right now, too. I'm bidding on some Chanseys, Blastoises. I just bought I'm outbid on my Charizard right there. I'm outbid. Someone else is bidding more than me. Let me see if I can show you what I'm bidding on, okay? I'll show you what I'm bidding on right now. So, I'm bidding on a Super Energy removal. There's a Charizard right there. Shit, bro. It's $660. It ends in 1 hour. It's a PSA 7 for $660. So I'm losing this one. But we got a Venusaur that's a PSA 7. I'm going to put another bid on this one. Increase the bid. I'll bid it up to 131. There. Okay. I'm winning on that one now. I'm winning now. We'll see if I get them. I don't know if I'm going to get them. But I hope I do. I got to get a Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. All right. I'm also bidding on some other ones right here. These are all the ones I'm bidding on. Machamp, Chansey, Rockets Mewtwo, Blastoise. That one's going for 192. 192. I'm going to put this one up there a little bit more. I'm going to bid on this one. I'll bid up to 195. 198. There. Winner. Current bid. I'm on the win. I'm going to win it. So I'm trying to get Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur as quick as I can, because these are the ones that are going to hold their value the most. But I'm also bidding on a Chansey, a Ninetales, a Chansey, a Blastoise, and another Charizard, another Blastoise, a Nidoking, a Rocket's Trap, another Chansey, another Rocket's Trap, another Chansey, a Rocket Zapdos, another Chansey. If you notice, I really like Chanseys. That was the top card back in the day, 120 HP. Insane card. Okay? What people used to do is get a Alakazam deck, and they would have Chanseys in there. They'd have Scoop Ups, Gust of Winds, fucking all kinds of crazy cards in there. And the Alakazam allows you to do damage swap. So you can move damage to anyone you want. So back in the day, an Alakazam deck was one of the best decks. But the best deck is probably a Haymaker deck. You got, you know, your Scythers, your Hitmonchans, your Chanseys, Electabuzz. You want to have those cards that don't need to evolve. Because let's say you got your Charmanders, your Charmeleons, and your Charizard. But in your opening hand, you draw a Charizard. That's a complete waste. You don't need that card. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to have all base Pokemon that don't need to evolve. And that'll really help make your deck a lot stronger. Okay? So, is shit how much these base set cards cost? Yeah, it's insane, bro. I paid $60 for this one, for this Chansey. And it's a mint 9. Pay $60. But if you want to build a set, you're going to have to pay the money, you know? And I picked up this one, Relic Pieces of the Past. It's a 1 of 1. There's only one of these in the whole world. So, really cool card. I love that one. Let's see what we got here. I wonder where all the energies went. I bought these cards, but there was no energies. Shit, didn't how much the base set? Only 60. Yeah, it was like $60 for that. And that was a lot. You know how much a Charizard is for a decent one? It'd be like 900. And that's what I might have to pay for that one. I'm bidding on that one. I might go up there as high as 900, but I'm not going to bid any higher than 9. Because that's just ridiculous, you know. I should be able to get a PSA 7 Charizard for under 900. It's crazy. Even the base set 2 cards are, the base set 2 Charizards are crazy. Not even the first editions, you know. First editions are crazy money. It's insane. It's like, and there's a Chansey right here. It's a Chansey right there, bro. But this is not an original Chansey. So this one is probably worth like 10 cents, you know. It is a star, so I'm going to put it with my stars. So the Wire and the Logan Paul cards so much more expensive. Yeah, that guy's got some good cards. Pisses me off though, the amount of cards I just gave away. I don't remember how much I sold my Pokemon cards for, but it was way less than I should have got. Yeah, way less than I should have got. Hi, John. Would you do Carson protein to gain weight? I don't know what Carson is. You mean casein? I think he's talking about casein, which is a meat protein. Pisses me off, bro. Yeah, it pisses me off too. I wish I would have known. You know, I wish I would have known that Pokemon would be worth thousands of dollars. Golduck. Oh yeah, remember the original Psyduck and the Golduck? Those were cool. I want to look them up. Psyduck. He's like that one stupid character on South Park. P-S-Y-D-U-C-K. Psyduck. But he evolves into Golduck. I remember that. Golduck Pokemon. Yeah, there he is. This is the original Golduck. Golduck. From the fossil set. He's got Hyper Beam. If the defending Pokemon has any energy cards attached to it, choose one and discard it. But it costs 3 energies to use that attack. Not that good of a card. Not that good. I've never used Golduck. Here's a Poliwrath. So I only need 2 more subs till I hit 60. Yeah, you'll get there soon, dude. You'll get there. Says my favorite LGBTQ influencer. Wow, bro. Miltank. Look at this one. It's a cow. And his name is Miltank, like milk tank. That's a rare, too. There's a nice rare right there. There's a nice rare I'll show you in a minute, guys. There's a Ghastly. Poison Sting attack. What's your dream car? Oh, my dream car. That's a good question. It's a Toyota Prius, okay? My dream car is a Toyota Prius. So I believe gas is going to go up, and I think you got to get a Prius now because they're going to be selling out like crazy. You're not going to be able to get a Prius in about 8-9 months from now because when the price of gas hits $100 a barrel, every single Prius is going to be bought out of every single lot in America. So I think that the Prius is the best car to buy right now. And I never want to get a super nice car. I don't care. I don't care about nice cars. It's a waste of money. Nice cars are a waste of money. Better off buying more Pokemon. All right? A car can give you a higher perceived level of status, which is one good thing about a nice car. It can help you out with ladies, get more women. Women want to be with a guy that's got a nice car. So then their friends see them that they're in a nice car and this guy's rich, he's got money. Women want to look good. They want to look high status. So they want to be with men that can raise their status. So if you get a nice car, that'll raise your status. But you don't need to spend more than 20 to 30,000 on a car. Yeah, there's Togetic. So this is one football card that I do have. It's a Davis Mills. It's got a patch. It's a Davis Mills patch. Plus, it's ugly, but actually pretty cool. That's why you are dating your right hand. Yeah. Tell me about it, bro. $16 viewers. Thanks, guys, for watching. Appreciate all you 16 people in here right now. Please hit that like button, share, subscribe. This is a Indeedee. Kind of a weird card right there. There's the Miltank. Put this one in a case for sure. Miltank. It's a cow. And these ones I think are all garbage. Yeah. I'll just put these ones with the commons. Separating out the commons and the rares right now. What's up, everybody? Machiavelli, by the way. Vale, you're Machiavelli? Oh, changed his name. Logan Paul has single-handedly popped the Pokemon bubble. Yeah, what an a-hole. Nice cut. Welcome to the dark side. Made a grinding noise. My hands are starting to sweat. I don't want to touch the Pokemon cards like that. So I'm going to turn off the heater. That heater is too hot, guys. That's a good-ass heater. All right. There's a lot of some of the rares I found yesterday. It's a rare. This guy is starting to look as jacked as Arnold in his prime. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. I know why that haters hate you. There's the last come down. It's a rare. Is Ditto even a rare? Yeah, he is. Some of these could be worth good money. Not that one. Palmoot's a rare. Huh. Remember me, bro? If only Pokemon lifted weights instead of meth. Heater, I mean. Yeah, I know. The heater's good. They're jealous of me because I got the heater. Yeah, you're right. Iron Boulder. Look at that card. Pretty cool. Takari. Look at that. Sick looking card. These are just some of the rares I found that are not hollows. That's probably $10 worth of rares. And here's the rares that are holographic, okay? Here's my holographic rares. Pretty good amount. Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, I look like Jesse Pinkman. Your chain was fake. Yeah, your chain. Yeah, it's fake. It's really fake, buddy. It's really fake. Chain is not fake. All right, you punk. Put them in there very carefully. Okay. Rev of Room. It's a rare. Rev of Room. Come on, guys. Like the stream. Like the stream, Bryson. Coughing. Altaria. Well, that's a holographic, but it's not rare. Ooh, that's a good card. I think I just found a good card. Tyranitar. That one's pretty rare. Tyranitar. Let's see how much it's worth. I'll look it up. How do you tell if it's rare? If it has a star at the bottom, that means it's a rare. Okay. Let's see what gold's at. Check out the price of gold right now, though. It's up. Gold's up a little bit, 440. And silver's back up over 87. That's good. Just remember, we invest in Pokemon and silver bullion. Okay? You can't just do the Pokemon. You got to invest in silver and gold, too. Silver and gold, platinum. Let's go. Is this card worth any money? Tyranitar, 135 out of 193. Let's just type that in. Tyranitar, 135 out of 193. Okay, this should be it. It should tell us what it's worth. There it is. Yep. I found it. Here it is, guys. It's worth $2.99. That's it. A buck 20. $1.20. Yeah, these ones aren't worth anything. But it's worth $1.20. But in 10 years from now, probably worth like $4,000. That's how much Pokemon go up. It's going to be worth 4 Gs. I'm going to be able to buy a car with that. Right now, it's only worth $1. That's Pokemon for you. It's crazy. How do you get rich? You buy an investment, and then you wait. Check out this one. Magnezone. Holographic. Want to go test it. It costs more time to post that listing this card is worth. Imagine somebody posted up that card for $1. They made a post, listed it, and they're going to pay taxes on that $1. They're going to pay tax on that. It's funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny, dude. There's a rare. Don Fan holographic rare. So rare. Check the yeah, a graded one is probably worth good money. I'll check a graded one. Graded, Gradev. Graded Tyranitar, 24 bucks. There's a gem at 10 for $240. So 99, 30 bucks, 17 bucks, 23 bucks, $11. So yeah, even graded, and you got to pay to have them graded too. So it's just really not worth it. It's not worth it. Remember the smell of Pokemon? Now we know that smell is toxic, but that's a sick card right there. So many rares I got. I paid $40 for all these cards. They're definitely worth more than 40, but they're not worth that much. And to be honest with you, I bought these cards because I wanted to play the game, but I don't really have anyone to play with because they all think it's a little kid's game, you know, which it is to a certain extent, but Gudra. It's crazy how Pokemon is still around, but it's just not what it used to be. Doesn't have the same effect on you. Doesn't hit the same. Porygon. Remember Porygon? He was in the original Pokemon set. So, oh shit. So far I went through quite a few cards. Through all these. And let's grab another stack. I just saw a Beedrill on the end down there. I'm going to pick it up. Beedrill. That was a card from the original set. It's a nice card. I'm going to put it in a case just because I like it. I really like Beedrill. But, okay, let me put this one in a case right here. Earthshift something. Worth 2E Beedrill. It's not worth much. Pokemon is a big franchise. Shit, I remember when the Pog was a hit. Pogs. My one buddy had a Michael Jordan Pog set. Yeah, Pogs were huge. Because they were printing, they figured out how to print really shiny things on little things, and they made it into a game. Very careful. Yeah, bro, I love Pokemon too. I grew up on Pokemon. But my family didn't have that much money, so we really couldn't buy that much Pokemon. I bought a box of the Rockets cards, the Team Rocket ones in like 2000 or 2001. And these cards are worth a lot of money. Just for that box. The box back in the day was $70, but if I wanted to buy a box today, it would be thousands of dollars. So if my family had more money, I would have got more cards, you know, but that's why I say you got to have money to make money. Have money to make money. Croco Rock. Croco Rock. That sounds like something weird, okay? I'm not going to go there. There's a Bellsprout Hollow, Noctowl. I like that card, Noctowl. Vulpix, Charmeleon, Charmander. There's a couple rares right there. I knew you had to be 90s kid. Yeah. Everything back then was better. Everything in the 90s was amazing. And now the whole world has gone to shit. You know it has. And you know it's going to get worse, too. The only thing you can do is prepare. And I say you got to buy silver and you got to buy gold. That's how you can prepare for the coming disaster. All right? I believe the world is headed for some bad times. Come on, guys, give it a like. Let's give the stream a like. Pidgey is my favorite card. Pidgey. I like Pidgeot. You got your Pidgey, your Pidgeotto, and your Pidgeot. The Pidgeot was you could get it as a holographic. And it has like some pretty cool attacks. I think one of his attacks is you can switch your opponent's Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Pidgey. But I used to run them in a deck once in a while, you know. It's fun to build a deck with like the garbage cards because it's different, you know. It's not fun to just play with your Haymaker deck all the time. It's nice to switch it up and try out some different cards, you know. Kangaskhan, I just got a Kangaskhan. Come on, let's get a good rare. Tangela. No, that's not a good card. Come on. There's a rare. I'll show you in a minute. There's an Electrode rare. I think I already found one of them though. Electrode. Gengar. Yes, Gengar. I'd like to get a first edition Gengar from '99, but that probably cost me like $300-400. But eventually I'm going to try to buy one. You know. Ooh. That card might be worth money. I'm going to look that one up in a second, okay? Let's just go through these. Okay. Okay. This one, I'm going to look it up. First of all, I got to show you what it is, okay? It looks like it might be worth money. You be careful because in 10 years from now, I might want to send it in to have it graded if it goes up, you know. So what I'm doing is I'm putting all these in cases and I'm just going to put them away. I'm just going to lock them up. And then in 10 years, I'm going to see if the value goes up. And then if it does, I'm going to have them graded. So that's what we should do. Let's check out. It's called Roaring Moon. I have a good feeling about this card. I really do. Okay. Roaring, R-O-A-R. Roaring Moon. 109 out of 162. 109. All right, let's see what it's worth. Let's see what it's worth, guys. $1.39. $1.99. Yeah. So in reality, it's probably worth about 50 to 75 cents. But either way, in the future, it'd probably be worth 2,000 to 3,000 in the next 10 years. So maybe more, maybe more. What you want to look for is first edition cards. So here's a Electrode. That's a nice card. I think he has some kind of attack. It's like self-destruct or something. Back in the day, I used to run one of these in a deck. He's got Buzz-Zap Thunder. Once during your turn before you attack, you may knock out this Pokemon and attach it to one of your Pokemon as a special energy card. This card will provide 2 energies. Dude, that's sick. So you can destroy this card and attach it to another card. And then you can take it off. I don't know. I don't know how that works. If you can take it off of that whenever you want, or when it dies, do you put it back in your hand? Okay, I'm not sure. But it's Electrode. It's a nice card. See, all these cards have different abilities, and it makes the game just amazing because you're never going to have the same game twice in a row. It's always, you're going to get a different cards, different hand. Okay, here's a card that I like. The Kangaskhan. It's Kangaskhan, pronounced Jengiskan. Kangaskhan. Very nice card. Do you ever see the trading events on YouTube or Facebook? It's mad money. No, I don't see those trading events. Okay. Start collecting chart change, folks. Real silver coins. Yeah, I agree with that. Collect copper and silver. I like Pokemon, gold, silver, platinum, stocks, and crypto. I've only recently got back into Pokemon just because it's so lucrative and you can make so much money. So I'm going to be taking these cards and just putting them away in the safe. And then probably not going to see them again for a long time. Probably not till I'm close to 50. And then I'll be putting them on eBay to sell them. There's a seal. Yeah, I think Bitcoin is going to go back up for sure. You want to look at the BITX, the 2x leverage Bitcoin fund, okay? But really, my money, I'm putting it into the meme coins. Talking ICP, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, Pepe, Chainlink, Bonk, Origin Token, Ronin, okay? We're talking, I'm buying all the cheapies, cheap cryptos, all the good ones, okay? I don't buy Bitcoin, I buy the meme coins and the altcoins. So I think those do better. Is this guy still gassy? He was big farting. Get out of here, bro. Grimer. The Grimer Hollow. Grimer. I don't think that's worth money. Oh. I got to show you this card right here. Let's put this one in a case. I think this one might be worth like $2, okay? Okay. Fralligator. That's a good one. Got a Fralligator. My buddy used to run 4 of these. He had a Fralligator deck. It was a good deck. I could beat him once in a while. Well, this guy was a pro. This guy's competed in multiple tournaments. So let's look up the Fralligator, see what it's worth. F-E-R-A-L-I-G-A-T-R. Fralligator. 41 out of 162. See if we can find it. There it is. It's worth a buck. It's worth like $1. That sucks. It is. So check it out. That's it right there. 99 cents. $1.49. So, yeah, it's not really worth much, but it's still a nice card. And the value will increase over time. Got one of these. It's a rare, so. Bust out some more. Got to be something good in here for us, guys. Got to be something good, okay? Something good. Come on, guys. Come on. Got to get something that's worth more than $2, okay? He says, nobody's going to buy that SHIT. Well, somebody will buy it if they play the game and they really want it. Yeah, they'll buy it. They'll send me $1 and they'll buy it. And I'll have to pay like $5 for shipping. Luxray. That's a nice card, but it's not hollow. All right. It's probably worth about 50 cents. I wish it was a hollow, because then it might be worth like $1. Pikachu. Look at that, Pikachu. OG Pika. Where's my hat? Gotta put on the Pikachu hat for this one, guys. Pikachu. Let's get this money, guys. That one's probably worth about 2 cents. So I'm going to be selling that one if anyone's got 2 cents. Ooh, that's a nice card. It's a Zapdos. I'll show you in a second, but I just pulled a Zapdos. And again, guys, these were my sister. She's got kids, and the kids wanted money. So they spent over $500 on Pokemon cards, and the kids only kept one card. Okay? For real. They spent $500, and they only got one good card. And that card is worth $200. They took it in to the shop, and the guy said he was going to pay him $200, but they didn't sell it to him. So they still have that card. I want to go talk to them and see if they can get, if we should all get it graded and then sell it, and then I'll help them get the money, you know. But yeah, I just pulled a Zapdos, so that happened. And it's a hollow, too. Rattata. One of the worst cards ever. Shit. This is actually a good card right here. For how cheap it is. Because it's got 70 hit points. And it costs basically nothing. This card, probably you could buy this for 5 cents. So if you run 4 of these. I'm just saying, if you don't have a lot of money, you can still put together a decent deck. That's all I'm saying, you know. Come on, we got to find something good, guys. Meowth, Petilil, something. Meowscarada. That's a rare. I'll show you that in a second. There's an Onyx. Onyx is an OG card. That was from back in the day. There's a Machoke, OG Machoke. What you want, obviously, is a first edition Machamp. They made so many first edition Machamps, though. Like, if you went to the movies, I think they would handed out like Mewtwo's and Mews and promo Machamps and stuff like that. And they're worth some money, but they made a lot of Machamps. They made a ton of them, so they're not worth that much money. But if you get a first edition Machamp in good condition, it's going to be worth some big bucks. Especially if you get a PSA 9 or a 9 or better, 9, 9.5, 10. You're going to have a good chunk of change right there, you know. Take off that dusty hat. Somebody want Pokemon will buy. Yeah, there's always people that are looking for some cards for a good price, you know. But a lot of the kids, they don't even really play the game, you know. When I grew up, I would play the game. I went to a place called Games Dojo, and we had Pokemon tournaments. And my buddy would always get first place because he spent more money on his cards, you know. But he helped me build decks, so he would get first place and I would get second place. But he would never let me beat him. But one time he didn't show up, and I got first place. There's a Machamp right there, see? It's a nice card. Hell yeah, bro, got a Machamp. There's a lot of good cards I'm pulling today. Okay, I spoke too soon. Overquill, Coughing, Spirit Bomb. I'm getting into the comments here now. I honestly wonder what the world will look like in the next 4 years. 10 years is a reach at this point. It's a reach to believe that we will make it 10 years. Yeah. What the world's going to look like in 4 years? Probably going to, freaking candy bar is probably going to cost you like $80. A car is going to be like 400,000, you know? It, everything is going to get more expensive. Just like after COVID, except it's going to be worse. Prices are going to go to the moon. All right. And the wages will not rise fast enough. More people will have to struggle to survive. You know what? The world is not going in the right direction. We already know these elites. They want us to own nothing and be happy. So the elites have special plans for us that are not good. They want us to suffer. You see, the satanic people, they know God exists, but they want to destroy God's creation. They want to destroy humanity, okay? So there's powerful people that they're trying to push negative thinking on Americans so that we forget about God. We forget about what's important, okay? So it's going to be bad, guys. It's going to be bad. I'm not excited about the world right now. I think we are living in the end times. Definitely, we got to be in the end times. So who knows? Maybe in 4 years, the world will be gone. You know? Amen. Yeah, it sucks. But I don't have a lot of positive stuff to say. All I can say is you have to protect yourself from what is coming. So you got to stock up on guns, ammo, food, and your gold and your silver. So that's what I'm doing. Guns, ammo, food, gold, and silver. But really the silver and the gold is where you want to be. Palmoot hollow. There's a hollow. Your hairline is living in the end times. Yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. I agree. There's another roaring moon. We already found out that those cards aren't worth more than $1, okay? But I got another one, so. Yeah, these cards are not really worth anything. Ooh, that's a nice one. Grimmin, sorry. I'll put that in a case and I'll show you that one in a second. Weepin' Bell. Weepin' Bell. I mean, I don't know. Some of these cards could be worth good money, but I don't know the new cards. There's so many cards. I know the old sets. There's a Golbat. Weevil. Another Machamp. I got 2 Machamps now. That's sick. That's a sick card. I love pulling a Machamp, you know. Remember this one? Magmar? From back in the day? Smart man, but in the scripture, there will be 1,000-year reign. Well, the 1,000-year reign is not a literal 1,000 years. Yeah, I don't believe in the 1,000-year reign. Yeah, that's not meant to be taken literally. That's a figurative number. Just like the 144,000 is a figurative, you know. Yeah, Christ will not reign on the earth. When he comes back, he's back and it's done. Then the earth will be destroyed. After that, yeah, the earth will be destroyed. He's not going to reign for 1,000 years. That's figurative. Let's check out a couple of these cards. Back as a kid, four modern was 200. 1 gigabyte hard drive was over $1,000. Electronics come down. Yes, the prices of electronics come down because the manufacturing process gets more efficient. But the prices of a lot of stuff goes up. Okay, dude, I worked all summer for 14.4K. Now it was nothing. Yeah. What makes you certain Earth will be completely destroyed? I'm pretty sure it says that in the book of Revelation. But yeah, I think that the Earth is only a temporary. But yeah, you're entitled to your own opinion. The main thing is that you believe in God and you repent, all right, and you accept that Jesus is the Savior. Other details, such as will there be a 1,000-year reign, that becomes insignificant at a certain point, and it's more important that you believe in God first of all, okay? And it's, you know, disagreements are okay among Christians. Christians can disagree. But I do not believe in the 1,000-year reign, no. But there's a roaring moon. Big money right there. Big money hustlers, okay? Small speck in an endless, horrifying space. Well, it's not all horrifying. The only reason that the Earth is horrifying is because the Satanists are taking over, you know? And they're putting all these negative ideals upon a great nation. We were once a great nation, but now they have destroyed it. They brought Satanism into politics. Satanism is all around us. You see, Elon Musk was wearing that Baphomet thing. That's a satanic ritual, you know. That means Musk is probably owned and controlled by the elites, the 13 members, or 13 families that rule the world. Landarus. Musk is the Antichrist. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if he's the Antichrist. I would probably say no. I was taught that the Antichrist is anything that can take you away from God. So the Antichrist might not even be a specific individual. Everyone wants to say that this is the Antichrist or the Pope is the Antichrist. But I think the Antichrist is any kind of thinking that takes you away from God, any kind of satanic thinking. It's all related to this idea of the Antichrist in the Bible. But is the Antichrist a specific person? Well, I don't know for sure. But I would say maybe, and we're probably going to find out. Probably going to find out soon. There's a Zapdos. I'm a genius when it comes to silver, yeah. I've been pretty good on my silver calls, you know. I said we were going to hit some pretty good levels, and we're hitting those levels now. But we got to pull back. But what are we at now? Oh, fuck, bro. Fuck, bro. Are you shitting me right now? Take a look at gold right now. It's up. Look at that. We just popped back up. First gear. Nitrous. Look at that. 5187. Popping back. Popping fresh. So here's the, like I say, the triangle. Boop. Boop. Triangle. Ascending triangle and breakout. Here's a breakout. Now we're coming back for a retest. We can retest this line anytime. You see this line right here? So we can come down and retest that. Okay? But what we want to do, we want to stay above here. We want to stay up here and then move our way higher, okay? I think we will. I think we're going to, this move we gave up, I think we're going to pop it back up. Okay? So I'm still very bullish on gold right now. Very bullish indeed. I think we're going to 7,500 easy. It's going to be easy money, okay? The Bible is a journal of different times in history and not a straightforward story at all. Wasn't meant to be. Yeah. I mean, the Old Testament differs a lot from the New Testament, but yeah, it's many different stories throughout the world involving individuals that God led to do different things to spread the word of God, you know. But yeah, a lot of nice cards in here, guys. Bitcoin on 2x all day, every day. What's your silver prediction by the end of 2026? There's a sneasel. By the end of the year, well, are we going to get a crash or not? You know, that's the big question. If we get a crash, gold could be down to 3,500 or 4,000, and silver could be down to 40. If we don't get the crash, then I would see gold going to 7,500, silver going to 170, 180. I think that there is going to be a crash, but it's going to come after we see the insane levels. So I think, and I don't know when the crash is, so how do you know? How high does silver and gold get before the crash comes, you know? Don't know. But I would say expect to see silver at much higher levels. Expect it to go a lot higher. It's going to surprise the heck out of all of us, even me. Silver is going to probably go higher than even I believe, because it always overshoots. And then it always, of course, undershoots on the way down. Commons right there. And these are all rares. Yeah, all rares right here. Crash will only last a few months, he says. Only e-buy when the market crashes. I'll be buying all the way down. I'm buying on the way down right now, yeah. Shit, dude, yeah. Any kind of a crash might not last long because throughout history, crashes don't last that long, okay? Should folk sell the high and buy back? Taking physical only? I don't know, guys. I believe in physical and the ETFs. But yeah, gold's popping. Look at it. Look at it. 185. 40 bucks. Just wait until later, guys. John's bald and silver. John's bald and silver. That might be a funny name for the channel, yes. But who knows if it would pop off or whatever. Who knows? John's bald and silver. We talk about Rogaine, minoxidil, finasteride, and how to get rich. I say you shave your head again when gold gets to 7,500. All right. Unless I want to keep it shaved like it is now. Maybe I want to stay this way. But yeah, shit. So yeah, we found a lot of good cards. Zapdos. Muscara. Whoever the heck that is. Landorus. Palmut, Beedrill. This is cool. Grim Snarl. Grim Snarl. I like that card. Save some woman for the rest of us. Yeah. Good luck with that, buddy. I don't think so. For Alligator. What's a really good card? Do I have any super good cards? I don't know. This guy I really like. Urshifu. Hell Rider. I got at 32, all because of John. God bless you, John. 3x my wealth bought when you said to buy at 30. Sweet, bro. Sweet. I'm glad you're in on it, and I hope that we all can reap the benefits of silver. You know, I think we will. I think there's going to be a lot of green days left to come throughout our lives, you know. And if you have the physical, just keep holding the physical. I would not sell it here at all. No, I would definitely not sell physical silver here. I would wait until we get well over 120. And when you try to sell your silver, it might be tough to sell it. So you're going to have to find a shop that you know well, or you're going to have to put it on eBay and pay an eBay fee. But what I do is I would put it on Craigslist. If you put your silver on Craigslist, you're going to get a lot of people that are interested. Okay? So that's really the way to go. We got the Tyranitar. The man of men. Thank you. I appreciate, dude. You're boosting my ego today. Okay, maybe it's not good to do that too much. But yeah. Miltank. Just remembering all the cards I found today. And of course, one of my favorite cards is the Lugia. It's really one of my favorites. I actually owned a first edition Lugia. I'm not even joking. I had a first edition. You know how much that's worth? Let me show you what it's worth. Here's one in a 6. It's going for $830, and it still has 2 days left. Okay. There's one for $550, and that's a 7. It's not even a first edition. See that? It's going for $550, and it's not even a first edition. There's a firstie, and that's only a 4. That's only a 4, and it's going for $1,000. Okay. Mine was probably close to a 7 or a 7.5. So that would be worth probably, there's an 8 for $2,700, $2,700. That'll probably sell for over $30,000. That one still got 9 days left on the auction. But yeah, that card would have been worth probably $2,000 to $3,000. But I sold it for probably $25. When are you going? Vel, I keep telling him my wife's on the app, and if he keeps doing shirtless workouts. Yeah. I don't want your wife to leave you, okay? But let the most ripped man win, okay? No, I'm just kidding. I would never purposefully steal another man's woman. But women, they always leave the man they're with for a better man. Well, not always. Not always, okay? But that's what they like to do. It's common. It's called hypergamy. It's called monkey branching. So, once again, my newest cards. So, I think I'm going to send this one back because I really don't care about it that much. I might send it back and then get a Pokemon card with the money. I'm going to be looking for a first edition Scyther or a first edition Hitmonchan on a PSA 7 or better. So I'll probably take this one back. It's really cool, but they're just not worth that much money. They're not super desirable. Maybe it will be though. course, we got the football card. When are you going to start bodybuilding? You definitely have enough reserve mass. I can't, as a natural, I just don't build that much muscle, you know. My body is meant for cardio. I'm an ectomorph, so I'm really good for long distance, but it's hard to put on mass. I'm a hard gainer, okay? I'm an extremely hard gainer. But I have put on some mass. I have put on a little bit of chest mass, and now I'm putting on some mass on my legs. I want to get my shoulders wider, and I got to work on everything. Yeah, I gotta work on the body. Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. Scarlet and Violet ones are the good ones. Scarlet set Pokemon. Let's see what these ones look like. Scarlet set Pokemon. I think that's what I have. Like, that's what I have. Yeah, I think I have the Scarlet and Violet sets. Skeledridge, yep, that must be what I have. I didn't even know. Thanks, bro. I got Scarlet. But they seem like they're not worth a lot of money. How can you tell your body type? I'm strong as shit, but cardio blows. You can tell your body type just by looking in the mirror. You know, before you ever even start bodybuilding, what do you look like? Are you just naturally super skinny, super toned? You're probably an ectomorph. If you gain weight easier, you're probably a mesomorph or an endomorph. Funny you mentioned cards. I tried seeing what my sports cards from the 80s and 90s, and they still pretty much laughed at me at the store. Only 50s and 60s. Yeah. A lot of the 90s cards, like even Sammy Sosa rookies, Ken Griffey Jr. rookies, they never went up. They never went up in value very much. Crazy. I think they made so many of them and they're just not desirable, and there's too many collectibles out there. Pokemon came out, all these different Pokemon, Magic, every year there's new cards that come out that people want to get the new ones. So they sometimes will sell off their old cards. Yeah, only the really, really old cards are just bringing good money. It's crazy. That's a similar situation that I had. When I went to sell my sports cards a long time ago, they pretty much laughed at me. I didn't really get shit for them. And I knew that the prices were down. At that point, everything was crashing. Sports card had a great crash back somewhere in the 2000s. They got massacred. And all of the TV shows were trying to pump them up and artificially raise the prices up. And they were selling Mark McGwire rookies for $200, $300. And they're only worth $25 today. Okay? Sports cards got into a bubble. And now I think there's too many assets out there. There's too many assets. So what do you want? You want to get the best assets. What are they? The original Pokemon set. The base set. The first edition cards. Those ones are always going to be collectible because they were the first ones. Why do you think I bought that Chansey? Or all the cards I'm bidding on are from the base set. And those are the ones that'll hold value. Okay? Good morning. Ripped but can't gain weight for the life of me, so ectomorph. Oh yeah, you're an ectomorph. If you can't gain weight, even if you eat more, you're an ectomorph. And you will gain weight. You will. It just takes time. You got to just keep working at it, okay? It's really hard for me to gain weight, big time. I'm happy if I gain a pound a month. Like, it doesn't even make sense. I'm just not meant to be a bodybuilder. That's why I keep thinking I just need to get ripped, and then I'll look better if I get ripped. I love bodybuilding, though. I love posing. I like the lifestyle, the diet, the training. And it's always going to be a part of my life, even though I can't get huge. I love it. I love to learn about training. I'm going to start training clients. I'm going to become a personal trainer. So that's where my life is going, with the investing and personal training and YouTube. I want to be like an online fitness influencer slash investor. It's tough to become a YouTuber because right now I think everyone's probably watching Clavicular, they're watching Greg Doucette, they're watching everything else but me. You know, I got to try to make myself stand out. So I'm trying to build muscle. That's how all these guys get started, with lifting weights. That's what I'm doing as well. I love it. But all right, guys, we're going to get going. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do a live workout tomorrow. I'll do probably abs. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do abs and I'll do push-ups because I want to start hitting the chest more. I mean, yeah. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'll see you guys.